Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 unconventional Christmas movies that maybe not everyone would expect to check out on the Christmas holiday. Welcome once again, my name is Austin and this channel is all about helping you to dig deeper and go further to better understand faith and film and everything that's in between. If that sounds exciting to you, make sure you click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future content. So as I just mentioned, this video is going to be a fun one where I'm going to be sharing 5 less conventional Christmas movies that still kind of revolve around Christmas, and for some people would definitely consider a Christmas movie, but maybe not entirely in the more traditional classic sense. So I have some fun picks for this one. I'm excited to share those with you. So I want to share my pick, but first let's hear some of yours down in the comments down below. I'm sure at least a couple of the ones I'm going to be mentioning here in today's video may be on your regular watch list for Christmas movies or on your less conventional Christmas movie watch list. First, at my number 5 pick, we have the John Hughes classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Now, the reason this one is on the list is because technically it falls a little bit more into the Thanksgiving category, but the reason I wanted to include it on the more unconventional Christmas movies list is because though this revolves around Thanksgiving, it's still kind of a general holiday season movie, which I really enjoy. And then the fact that even though it's Thanksgiving and you don't usually get snow in most areas of at least the United States for Thanksgiving, though, the northern New England states where I'm from, that can definitely happen. There is some snow in this one that's all about family. There's a ton of laughs along the way. It makes for a great family comedy to watch around the holidays. So though it revolves a little bit more in the Thanksgiving aspect, I'd say you can watch this around Christmas as well. Next, in the 4th slot of one that I most recently added in my collection just this week, but I had seen once before, we have Krampus, or Krampus, however you pronounce it. This is a fun one. It's kind of one of those B-movie cheesy horror ones, but it's fun to have horror movies that revolve around the Christmas holiday as well, just to kind of spice things up a little bit. I really had a lot of fun with this when I checked it out for the first time. I think it was around last Christmas or so, and there actually was a recent 4K release that just came out for this one with like the naughty cut. That's like an unrated version of the movie, but I wanted to save some money and I still enjoyed the PG-13 one, and I heard they didn't change too much, and I was like, you know what, I can pass on the 4K for at least the time being to save a bunch of money. So I really enjoy this one. I have a lot of fun with it. If you're into kind of the horror twist with the Christmas holidays, I think you would enjoy this one as well. And it's just a fun twist of, rather than being a good kid so that Santa will bring you presents, you got a lot more to worry about than coal because there's the Christmas demon that could come after you. So it's a fun one. I have a good time with it. It's definitely kind of schlocky and B-movie at times, but it's fun. So I recommend this one. Next, we have another kind of fun one, and this one's really interesting in that last week in my top 10 Christmas movies of all time, if you missed that one, you can check it out on the channel, I talked about in at least one movie of the Polar Express, and I don't remember if I mentioned it for another one as well. It was interesting that it was kind of almost a realistic interpretation of what the North Pole and Christmas and Santa and all that kind of mythology would look like in the real world. This is another really interesting one of a realistic interpretation of Santa Claus in our real world, and that is Fat Man. Now, this movie came out last year and really kind of flew under the radar, but at the same time, I heard a good bit of buzz and people talking about it. So this one's really fun in that it's a very, very realistic, in some ways, interpretation of Santa and the North Pole. Obviously, you can see on the cover, Mel Gibson plays the Fat Man himself, Santa Claus, and he lives up north and he has his group of elves that help him make presents all year long. But it's really interesting in that they kind of mask the magic of everything for you, and he's very much just this regular guy who deals with a lot of struggles and all this kind of stuff, and he makes the mistake of giving a jerk of a kid coal for Christmas, and so the kid hires a hitman to kill him. That's the plot of this movie, and it's so much fun. It's just really cool to see something so unique and one of a kind when it comes to Christmas movies, because it feels like so many of them are so common and alike when it comes to like the Lifetime, Hallmark, or even some of the Christmas classics. It's so fun to just see something new and fresh and exciting when it comes to Christmas movies. So this is one that I definitely recommend if you're someone who likes action movies, if you're looking for something to totally put a spin on things, check out Fat Man. Of course, on the less conventional Christmas list. Now, this is the one I may get some crap for putting it on this list rather than a regular Christmas movie list, because so many people argue that the Die Hard, at least the first one, if not Die Hard 2 as well, Die Harder is a Christmas movie, but I'm definitely going to throw it at least on this list because it definitely falls into that category of right around Christmas time. So tons of fun. Again, like I said, it's a great action movie. It's a combination of both awesome action, and it definitely revolves around the Christmas holiday. So for so many people, they consider this a Christmas movie. I even heard it said recently, it's like, why does this even have to be an argument? If you consider it a Christmas movie, watch it around Christmas. Watch this movie whenever you want. So I totally agree with that, in that if you want this to be a Christmas movie, it's a Christmas movie for you. Just watch it whenever you want. So I really enjoy these movies. I actually just finished watching all 4 of them in this collection this year and really enjoyed them. So yes, the first one, hands down, definitely falls into that Christmas movie category, and I believe the second one could as well. Die Hard 3, just more of a normal action movie, and Die Hard 4, more of a 4th of July movie. So really fun collection nonetheless, since I got this up here, but Die Hard can definitely be a Christmas movie for anyone that wants it to be. So if you've not had a chance to see these movies like me, I only checked these out over the past year or so for the first time, definitely give them a watch. Die Hard is a great one. And finally, in the first slot, one that nearly makes my top 10 Christmas movies of all time, because this one very much is a Christmas movie, but it kind of falls into the less conventional sense, because this one I think I've talked about this multiple times on the channel. It's a Christmas zombie comedy musical. Love this movie, and that is Anna and the Apocalypse. This movie is hilarious. It's got zombies, it's got Christmas music, Christmas vibes, all kinds of fun stuff. It's an absolute blast, wild ride of a movie. In the past, this movie has been on Prime Video, so if you've not checked it out before and you want to give it a watch, see if it's on Amazon Prime. I'm not sure if it is, but I went and bought the Blu-ray because I love it that much. So like I said, this one very nearly makes my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time. Just doesn't quite edge it out because there's so many awesome classics on there, but I absolutely love this one. The zombie apocalypse breaks out right around Christmas for this high school girl who's trying to figure out what to do with her life. So it's a really fun one. Very, you know, kind of by the book setup, except for the fact that it's zombies and it's a musical and it's also a comedy and it's a Christmas movie, but it's kind of a horror movie. Like, there's so many things about this that it shouldn't work, but it absolutely does. It's a ton of fun. I love this movie so much. It's almost Zombieland-esque in some of its humor and the way it does the zombie stuff. It's a wild ride and lots of fun. So that is my definitely top pick for unconventional Christmas movies. So that wraps up my 5 picks for unconventional Christmas movies with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Krampus, Fat Man, Die Hard, and Anna and the Apocalypse. So I love and recommend each and every one of these movies. They're tons of fun. So I hope you enjoyed my picks. Don't forget to share in the comments down below some of your favorite unconventional Christmas movies down in the comments down below. As I mentioned earlier in this video, if you missed my top 10 favorite Christmas movies of all time, be sure to go back and check out that video on the channel. For those who do care, and some of my friends on here, I did try something a little bit different video-wise. I used my iPhone and shot this video in 4K 30 FPS. So I would be curious if you stuck around this long and you're a friend of mine, if you can comment down below or send me a message with if you enjoyed the video, you think the quality is improving well. With the new set, I'm kind of trying to step up the quality of my videos as well. So if you care to do so, whether you know me or not, let me know what you thought of the quality of the video down below as well. I appreciate any kind of constructive feedback or even just praise about how absolutely amazing this video was. So thank you once again for checking this video out. Make sure you comment down below with your thoughts and as well some of your picks. I'll see you in the next video.